Coming into this weekend, shooting the ball extremely well. What has been the difference over these last couple of weeks, not just for you, but the rest of this team?
I just say confidence. We're in a great place mentally as a team, and we're just playing very well and connected. So just going out there and being us is going to be a key for us.
Do you have a favorite three from this season?
Nah, no favorite three. Wherever the ball goes in, from any position on the court, that's my favorite one.
If you're in a three-point contest, who do you not want to be facing this year?
In the three-point contest?
On this team,
I'm going to say Jordan. He can shoot. He can really shoot.
Yes, sir. And then to get another chance at this Kentucky team after the first two meetings, what kind of motivation is that for you and the rest of this team?
Oh, I mean, it speaks for itself. We're all excited. We're going to go out there and have fun, but I can tell you everybody's ramped up for it.
Thanks, Jason.
Thank you.
What do you think went wrong in those two games against Kentucky?
I just say we let one mistake lead to another. We weren't really being us the whole game. So really just honing in and on the scouting report and being us for a full 40 minutes, I think we'll be fine.
Defensive side of the ball, right? I mean, they shoot 50%. You guys don't do that. So when you went back and watched those tapes, you had to watch and be like, that's not us, right?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. We knew coming in that they're a great shooting team, and we kind of let them get off to a hot start. So being able to limit their threes will be key for us.
How much have you guys changed just from the last couple weeks? I mean, Kentucky, you guys are different teams now. Can you kind of talk us through those changes?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're playing very connected basketball, just as a team, everybody. I mean, we came together in the summer as a new group, so everybody's still growing together, and I feel like we've really been playing connected, and we're at a great place right now.
What does it mean to have this SEC matchup once again? I know this is the first time in postseason history that you guys have matched up in the NCAA tournament, and it's a rivalry game. Does that mean anything? Does it hit a little bit different?
I just feel like it's the next game for us, and we all understand the task at hand and how we need to handle business to move on to the next round. So everybody's excited for this game, and it's going to be fun.
How do you think that talks to the toughness of the SEC?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we had the best league in the country. We have a lot of SEC teams in the Sweet 16, so I feel like that kind of speaks for itself. And I feel like the experiences that we went through as a team throughout the whole SEC has prepared us for moments like this.
You ever played in a football stadium before? Have you scoped out how it looks out there yet?
No, I haven't seen it. I've never played in a football stadium. I'm excited to go see it.
Chaz, I know it's going to be hard for anyone to get you to not go to Tennessee out of the portal. I know Kentucky did recruit you hard. Just what was that process like, and what did you make of visiting Lexington, Coach Pope, and all that?
Yeah, I mean, the whole transfer portal situation, it was definitely chaotic, but yeah, Coach Pope is a great coach. Kentucky's a great program. But, I mean, Tennessee is home for me. The culture here is amazing, and I love my teammates, and I love the state of Tennessee.
Was there ever a moment you thought it might have been Kentucky, even though I know home state from Nashville is going to be hard to pull you away, but was there ever a moment you thought it might be them?
I mean, definitely thought about it. I mean, growing up, all kids love Kentucky. Kentucky's the mecca of basketball, so definitely there were some thoughts. But, I mean, coming home, it's been special to me. I've had a special experience on Rocky Top in Knoxville, and the love is unreal, and it's just a blessing to be there.
Does it change your emotions going into this matchup, knowing it's one of you two are going to survive and advance, the others going home?
Yeah, I mean, it's special. It's going to be a super big game. Like you said, SEC matchup. It's going to be fun. So, I mean, it's just going to be a fun game.
What is it about that Kentucky defense that just makes it such a good game every time you guys play?
Hey, I mean, they're a talented team, very well coached. They do scouting just like we do scouting, so they really follow the scouting report, and yeah.
Differently from a regular season to like an NCAA tournament kind of situation when it is a rivalry game like that?
I don't think so. I feel like we put all the emotion to the side, and it's really just we go out there and try and handle business. We all have a job to do, and everybody understands that on the team. So going out there with the focus of going out there to handle your job, do your job for what the team needs.
For sure. Is it somewhat easier to play a team for the third time? You know most of their tendencies for the most part at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough. We're still doing scouting and seeing what they do a little bit differently from back then when we played them last. But we always watch the SEC teams during our time off, so we know players' tendencies and what they like to get to. But it's still going to be a fun game and exciting game.
How much of a chip on their shoulder do you guys have? I mean, they beat you guys twice in the regular season, not at full strength. Do you guys carry that with you into this third matchup?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's the next game for us, and we all have that mentality. But I can speak for the whole team saying we're all super juiced up to play and super excited. It's going to be a fun one.
You put a mentality aspect. What's your guys' mentality heading into this?
I mean, it's a win or go home mentality. That's what we have, and our plan is to not go home. So go out there and handle business.
They trust me, so they be giving me the rock when I'm open. So those were the games when I was open the most and I was hitting them shots. So it's nothing out of the ordinary. I know my teammates have trust in me. I have trust in them, and any day it can be a different guy that goes off. So hopefully tomorrow it's multiple of us.
Andrew Carr didn't play all that much in either game. He was still hurt. What do you make of him, knowing you're going to be matched up with him a lot of tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean he's a tough player, great player. You know he does a lot of things for them, and I feel like without him they are not the same team. So I'm gonna be locked in on him and all their guards, their bigs. We switch a lot, so I'll have to be locked in on everything. But Andrew is definitely a great player, and I hope that I'll be ready for him tomorrow.
What do you think makes your defense one of the best in the country when you guys are playing your best?
I think Shaq and Zakai and Felix are setting the tone for us, and then all the rest of the guys just follow what they're doing. We've been looking at them the whole year, and what Shaq and Zakai are bringing, they're pressuring full court all game long. So that definitely, gives us kind of a little of a boost, and then we want to match what they're doing, and I feel like that's the biggest impact that these two guys have on the team. They're just showing how to play defense, and then everybody wants to follow.
The emotions of dealing, going a third time against a team and not getting too overly hyped in a game.
I mean, this is the third time we see them, like you said, but it's just another game. At the end of the day, we're all pros. We're all been here, and we all know how to prepare for a game. So even though it is a rivalry, even though we did lose 2 times to them, we gotta just do what we do and be ready for whatever. So I try to be calm before the game, but when the ball goes up, it's just whatever your habits take over. So we'll see who's better at that tomorrow.
How has this Kentucky team changed over the last couple of weeks since the last time you guys saw them?
How have they changed?
Yeah.
I mean, they're through the whole season. They've been really consistent. They've been shooting the ball really well, and I don't really see anything new from them. They shoot when they're open. They shoot in transition. They give the ball to the big man and just run around. So they're the same team that we played 2 last times, and I feel like we are a different team. We've added some plays, we've added different focuses. So we are going to be ready for them. We'll see if they're ready for us.
You obviously didn't shoot that well. The team didn't shoot that well. They shot so well against you. When you went back and watched that tape, were you like, what's wrong with our defense? Because that's obviously not a thing that we saw a lot from you guys this year.
Yeah, both games they shot the ball really well. Jackson Robinson, he shot it well in the first game, and in both games we really just gave him a lot of open shots. The 2 freshmen came in, they played really big minutes. They showed out, and that's not what we do. We gave up too many open threes, and that's something we can't do, can't allow. And whenever we do that to a great team like Kentucky, the result is we're going to lose.
When your defense is clicking, what is it that's working well, you think, that gives other teams trouble?
We were pressured. We pressure, we play great team defense, and even in the second game we didn't play well, and they made a lot of threes, but we were still, I want to say we were up 2 or down 2 going into the 3-minute mark under the 4-minute media, and we didn't get stops at the end. So we just have to put a 40-minute game together on both ends of the court, and we'll be fine.
How do you guys approach a game when the team beat you guys twice in the regular season? How do you guys approach that, especially with all the stakes on the line like those right now?
Very intense. Our practices will be intense just because we know what the stakes are. We always come back to practice with, after a loss, even better. We all are all positive, making sure that we know what our goal is and that we know what happened the last time, and we're not joking around, laughing, because nothing's funny at this point, because we lost to them twice, and we just have to come out there with a chip on our shoulder.
When you look at the point guard matchup in this, you have Zakai versus Lamar. But two of the probably argue the best SEC point guards right there. What's the thoughts about that?
It's good. We love it. Zakai is the best point guard in the country, and we know that. And Lamont's a really good point guard as well. And when those two go against each other, they both love to compete, and they both want to go at each other and prove to each other that they're the better point guard. So it's a great matchup, and we're ready for it.
Just watch me. Just watch me on the court. You see how I play. I don't think there is a case. Like, I feel like I got it. Don't tell Zakai that though, but I feel like I got it. Like, you watch how I play, you see that players don't score more than what was it, 10 points, something like that. They shoot lower than their field goal percentage all the time they play against me. Like, it's for a reason. Obviously, I'm the guy that you don't look at steals, you don't look at blocks. You use your eyes, you trust your eyes, you look at if they're talking on defense, you look at all the intangible stuff. That's what makes a player defensive player of the year, in my opinion, is all the other stuff.
What would be the case for Zakai?
Zakai, he guards 94 feet. You watch that dude play, he's fighting over a bunch of screens, guarding 94 feet, creating havoc. He's everywhere on the floor. And I think, him being able to be in passing lanes, being able to pressure ball handlers, that's stuff that people don't realize that when you're a point guard and you're bringing up the ball, you got to go against somebody like him. It's annoying. So I think he has a case for it too. Obviously, I feel like he's the second in the race. But yeah, I couldn't imagine having to deal with that all game, 40 minutes. It's crazy.
Jemai, how important is it that you two are annoying tomorrow night against them?
Man, it's going to be important. It's going to be important. Obviously, me and Z have worked really hard trying to make this team a unit defensively. You can't, have a good defense with just one defensive player. You can try to, and it can work sometimes, but it works as a team, and having to be on one accord, I think is going to be important for us tomorrow, and I think we'll be able to do a good job of coming out with energy, coming out with toughness, and executing defensively.
It is strength versus strength. How good is that offense on the other side?
Oh, it's good. It's good. They like to get shots up. They're not going to switch the way they play, just like we're not going to switch the way we play. Like I said, it's a rivalry, so we want their best. They want our best. We want to come out and show why Tennessee's a better team. But their offense isn't going to change. They're going to continue to do what they do, so it's important that we continue to ramp up our defense.
How annoying or angering was it watching those first two games and seeing the number of threes you gave up, which is so abnormal to how you guys typically defend the three?
I think it was a little frustrating, just saying that with a team that wants to get threes, you let them get threes. Like, that's just not something we do. So I think, obviously, people don't know what's inside the locker room, what's going on at that time, but I don't think our head was in the game for both of those games. And I think, we weren't really as focused as we should have been. There's no distractions here. We're focused. We know what we have to do, and we want to come out and do it to our best ability.
Without being considered, how different of a basketball team are you right now from the second time you played Kentucky?
Man, honestly, it's night and day. I still feel like we're not even at our peak yet. I feel like we're still getting there with the experiences that we're getting, and hopefully, we want to keep winning. But man, that team that we were playing at Kentucky to now is totally different. Our offense is way better. Our defense is still a lot better. I feel like we're crisper on switchers, crisper on play calls, and being able to deny ball handlers, pressuring the ball, getting our hands on steals and stuff. So I feel like we're a lot different team and a lot better.
Is there a key guy to their offense that kind of ignites them or starts everything for them offensively?
No, they're all pretty good. They all, kind of have their own role. I feel like Williams is a really good passer. He kind of gets them going a little bit. But I think everybody else, as far as the guards, are really good. They are all unique in their own way, which is why we have to guard them with the strengths that they have. So I don't think they just have one guy that is going to change the whole thing for them, but I think they have a bunch of collective guards that are good.
Do you have a little extra motivation after the first couple games against Kentucky, especially one being in your home arena?
No, I was going to approach this with the same mindset I was going to approach any team that we were playing here, and that's playing as hard as I possibly can until the wheels fall off. So, like I said, you can't play harder than 100%, and that's what I'm going to be playing. No matter if it was Kentucky or any team that was going to play, I was going to come with the same mindset. You don't change the way you play just because of the team you're playing against.
What makes Amari Williams so tough to deal with on offense?
I think just he's a good passer. He's not looking to just score. He's not looking to just try and get his numbers. He's looking to try and make his teammates better, and those type of guys are always dangerous. So I think just having a handle on that, kind of pressuring the ball a little bit, making passes tough for him, I think it's going to help for us.
How was your experience at that Lakers-Pacers game last night?
It was fun. Great game. Obviously, NBA is where you want to be, where I want to be, and obviously I want to be able to continue to do great in the tournament. Hopefully do well over there. But it was a great experience seeing DK play, talk to him afterwards. So it was great.
Any words of advice for this last stretch of March Madness?
You said one more?
Did DK give you guys any advice for this upcoming run?
Nah, DK didn't give me advice. He was just smiling, telling me he was happy for me. He was excited. Just excited for us.
I know you don't want to look past the first game, but what does it mean to you guys, legacy-wise, to be the first program to take this group to the Final Four?
Man, it would be surreal. Obviously, I wanted nothing more for Coach Barnes, but also the city of Knoxville that deserved nothing more than getting a Final Four. They've had teams that are good enough to do it. They've had a fan base that's been committed to this program for Lord knows how many years. So being able to do that, I want to be able to be that guy and be a part of that team that was able to bring this team to the Final Four.
Grant was holding up the board over there. The keys, limit threes, and rebounding. I guess that's it, right?
Yeah, no, that's it. That's it, man. Obviously, it's some other stuff we have to work on that we don't want to tell everybody, but we want to be able to, go out and do what we do. Obviously, limit their threes, play well, transition defensively, and rebound well. So.
You've done it before, playing in a building this size and turning it into a basketball gym or court. Is that different? How different is that playing in this size of a building?
Super different. Obviously, unless you're Chaz Lanier, I feel like it's different for a lot of players. I don't think it's going to be too different for him just because he's a gifted shooter. So I think it is different. That's why we want to get a lot of shots up, make sure we get used to the stadium, the depth perception and all that. So, but it's exciting. I would love nothing more than playing something as big as a stadium like this. So it's amazing.
What kind of defender is Lamont Butler?
Aggressive defender, guy that's going to go at you, strong defender. He moves well laterally. Just an overall really well-balanced defender. So I think he makes it tough for guys to get to the hole just because of his strength and how he moves well laterally.
Kentucky's really just ramped up defensively over the last couple of weeks. Just have you seen anything there different than what you guys saw first couple rounds?
No, not really. I think they've been the same defense that I've watched the last couple games. They really rely on you to make mistakes. And I think if you allow yourself to make mistakes, it's going to make their defense look better. I don't think they do anything else special that tries to make their defense look, better or not. But I think they rely on their offense a lot just because they have a really good offensive team. And they allow you to make mistakes and put yourself in the hole.